Yo, welcome back, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the method on how to earn 1,000 gold an hour. I'm also going to be showing you guys an AFK method to earn a little bit less gold, but it's still very overpowered. I'm doing a step-by-step tutorial on both methods, so make sure you guys do watch to the end, and all I'm asking for you guys back is go subscribe, and well, let's get started. Alrighty, so first thing for this meta is you're going to have to change your voodoo. It'll speed up the process a lot during this. A lot of people think this is not too well, but due to the new voodoo change, it actually could save a little bit of time if you add it on up. Obviously, 3 seconds stacked over 100 times is honestly going to save you around 5 minutes. Yeah, I know, quite interesting and quite OP. So what you're going to have to do is go with your voodoo by defeating one of the bosses inside of the void, but you know, JD doesn't have to do that, so I do have a little bit of a command. So what you have to do is you spell yourself on over here, something like just like this. Spell Mia Shadow Warp. Obviously, you guys don't have this command, but this is the one that you're gonna have to use. Alrighty, now the next step is what you're also gonna have to do is honestly avoid armor, as it'll help the regen as well. Just get you to move a little bit faster. This is not needed. You just at least have to have the voodoo and at least a decent bag for it. Boom, there we go. We're now full void. So next step is we're also gonna have to grab a saddle. So we're gonna head on over here and grab the saddle. Perfecto. Now you're gonna need the Goldie Boy, which spawns around the middle island. This is about to do in a VIP server for obvious reason, of course. There we go. Be very careful. This thing does end up one-shotting you. Then we're gonna have to take this bad boy straight to the ice island. So well, I'm gonna get there in 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty, well, we made it to the ice island. Alrighty, so there we go. We're not going to use the voodoo as of now, even though you could. Now, what you're going to have to do is, honestly, if you want to discourage really quickly, you're just going to go by and break all of the ice really fast. There we go. As if you break the ice from the golden nodes, well, they end up respawning once the ice respawns. They have the exact same cooldown, and it's pretty cool how that ended up working. Grab your Goldie Boy, and then you're going to turn around and go straight. So there is a couple of gold nodes on a few islands that we're doing a perfect rotation. A lot of people actually take this for granted, as this meta honestly is super OP. It also gets you to know around the map a little bit better as well. At least knowing where the gold nodes are, as if you're ever in some PvP, have a little bit of bag space, you can go grab a little bit of gold. That's exactly what I do. So if I head on over here, go to my bag, and scroll on down quite a little bit, I have around just 2,000 raw gold that I grinded last week, just because I was bored and, you know, setting up a little bit of just, you know, an easy farm. Anyway, so what you're going to do, the first step of this meta is you're going to end up parking your little Goldie Boy just outside of this hole. There we go. I mean, you could use the teleporting voodoo if you want to already and just teleport right inside. Well, I don't really feel like doing so. So, actually, I am a little bit dumb. I should probably have the Shelly bag on for this. So, there we go. Grab that gold right there. Each node actually drops around 6. Pretty OP, as every gold gives around 5 coins. So that's 30 coins per gold node. So if you think about it, we are getting around 100 gold pretty easily right here. Well, 100 coins in other perspective. There we go. Grab those really quickly. There we are. Alrighty, now it is time to jump out of this hut. Boom. Well, technically hole. You'll have to get shadow warp right onto your shark. Probably would be a lot quicker, but you know, it doesn't really matter. Then you're gonna make your way straight to this island. You could make your way up there if you really wanted to, for that one. But I usually save them for the way back. Obviously, it could be a little bit faster depending on how you time your things. But obviously, that's a personal relation there. Once you're up here, you're going to get back onto this island, just as the usual. And there's going to be 2 nodes up on this island. Sad there isn't ice on these gold nodes. That would be probably really OP, but it is in the desert, so what do you expect? I mean, hey, what if there's like a little bit of cactus or something around it? That would be pretty dope. Just to make it like, you know, the gold meta grinding a little bit quicker. Alrighty, there we go. Make our way right back to our Goldie Boy again. And it should end up working quite efficiently. Here we are. And boom, we are now grabbed the back on this guy. Now you think we'll have to just go back that way. You're actually going to go exactly onto here, because this is pretty much the best accessible point for this one. I usually save my shadow warp to TP just onto the top. That's why I don't usually do it to the hole as well. You know, walking up terrain is really one of the worst ideas. Because as you can see now, you just keep moving to the side, definitely causing a little bit of delay. You could just make some plant boxes, a ladder, you know, there's things in the game you could build, but this is like one of my fresh YouTube servers, so I really am too lazy to do that. Anyway, grab on our Goldie Boy and do the same thing as well. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make your way onto this island. I usually just skip the one up there. I mean, it is technically just 1 gold node, but I mean, it could add up, but you guys could always do that. Alright, and then once you're right here onto this spot, so you don't want to go too far. You're then going to use your little TP voodoo and go as far as you can that way, if it lets me. There we go. Now that we made it this way, we could bring your Goldie Boy, I guess, a little bit closer. Probably like right here, but, you know, doesn't really matter. You're then going to get these 3 gold nodes right here. One right here. Here we go. As it usually should take around 5 minutes to do the full entire meta as well. Once you do get back, every 5 minutes the gold respawns. I think it's actually relatively around 3.5 minutes, but I haven't really calculated it efficiently. There we go. I don't really worry about that gold right now. Now we just got to get back up here. And, you know, you already can tell the shadow warp is going up. So I guess it would be a little bit better if you do use the shadow warp from the ground to the top. And then waiting here. Then start your Goldie Boy here. And then shadow warp here to here. And then you'll be able to hopefully have enough time to get back into the portal. It may not, but it'll definitely save a little bit of delay. Alrighty, then we are almost back on over here. You know what, I'm just going to do a little bit of a TP thing if it lets me. There we go. Now I'm on side of my Goldie Boy. Oh, I was on side of my Goldie Boy. There we go. And now we're going to make our way right back to the Ice Island, right where the gold nodes are at. But once we run over here, I'm going to show you guys actually how to AFK this method as well. This exact method is not the one we're going to be AFKing as well. Obviously, moving around the map is not going to always be manipulated the exact way. That is just not how things work. I mean, it's technically possible, but it'll take a lot of tries, and it cannot be manipulated, sadly to say. Alrighty, let's get on over here. We are almost here now. So we are now beautifully on side of this island. And now look at that. Right when we get back, all of the ices are respawned. And there's obviously going to be 2 gold notes in each and every one, which is going to make this meta really, really OP. Now it is time to show you guys how to AFK. This method is a little bit slower, but it at least earns over 500 gold an hour, or maybe a little bit less. So if you guys want to know that one, I guess keep on watching. If not, well, at least you guys know the best gold tutorial so far. Anyways, let's get started on side of this one. So, well, let's have fun. Alrighty, for this, you are going to need a little bit of a, well, technically program called Tiny Task. Unless you have a macro for mobile, then you can do this as well. But let's say you're on PC as me, I'm going to give you guys a step tutorial on that way. So what you're going to need is Tiny Task. The link to download this will also be down below. But, you know, I already have it downloaded. I'm going to show you guys my personal settings for it to, you know, make it as much beneficial as possible. To follow along with me, at least. So, obviously, you're going to go to the configuration, put continuous playback on. Go back here, make sure your recording hotkey is F8. You can put it as whatever you want, but when I say click F8, click your recording hotkey. That's pretty much all I need. Alrighty, there we go. Now we have this. Now we're going to minimize it so it's on our taskbar. Now that we are here, I am actually going to replay this wall because if you end up walking out, it can definitely cause a little bit of things. But if it is all enclosed, at least it won't be that big of an issue. Let me make a little bit of a stone wall here, or gate per se. Alright, this may be a little bit in our way, so we're actually going to move our bed to the outside of this. Here we go. Put that bad boy like right there. Alrighty, now you're going to need a little bit of a meta here. Alrighty, so you obviously could set up, you know, your chest wherever you like, but I like putting my chest like more towards the middle as well. It's pretty much for the obvious reasons that you want to make it as centered up as possible. So what we're going to do is take our bag and armor off, because you want to be able to see as much as we can of our character, as the more that you are inside of this, and the more that you are centered up, the better it is going to be. So you obviously could find out other tools and things to place in the game to make this as centered up as possible. As for example, let's just do this one. That'd probably be a lot more easier, to be honest. If you delete all of this, move that out my way, and you get a ladder. I find this to be much more helpful. I don't know why, because you know, you can literally just walk up to it, do the first little thing, and then walk on off. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to walk on it just like that. Alrighty, now what you are going to do, you're now going to press the recording hotkey F8. When you press F8, you're going to start moving backward and then to the side. Then you're going to click 2 times to break the ice, go up a little bit to the side and break the ice as well. Then move a little bit up this way and then keep on going. Then you're going to go back a little bit to this side and break the ice. Now what you're going to do is do the exact same thing before. You may want to line yourself up a little bit. And you want to just get basically where you were before. You're going to keep on recording, and then once the gold nodes are honestly, well, technically the ice is respawned, then you're just going to stop the recording. But make sure during the recording you do add a little bit of healing, or, well, for my examples, food. So what I'm going to do is going to open up, oops, do not do that, do not do that, do not click, so this will not be a perfected one. So you obviously got to put a little bit of food there, grab a pumpkin or something, make sure you do have heals, and then close it as well. Make sure you do not hit the ladder like I did. So this recording technically would be unavailable, and I'll have to restart. But this is just an example. I am going to show you guys a fully working one at the very end. So if you want to see what that looks like, please wait till the end. Now, do not pause your recording. Just keep it going. I'm going to get back to you guys when the ice is respawns and tell you guys when to officially stop. Alrighty, and there we are. Now that everything's respawned, you're now going to stop your recording. Press F8 again. Now what you're going to do is grab out your Tiny Task here to save that recording. I obviously have a lot of these. I have catching fishes for things in game, for the shark bite recording I've done before, to Dave, etc, etc. You're now going to save your file name as well as gold farm. What you're gonna have to do is honestly include whatever you're using. I'm gonna put mine as ladder, as that's the one that I use for the middle, and then you're gonna press save. Boom. Now we have the exact meta going. Well, now it is time to, well, see if it honestly works. Alrighty, so I hope all those tips did help you out and perfected your macros. If you need any help, you could reach out to me permanently on my Discord server anytime. Discord.gg/JJGaming, and the link is down below. Don't forget to cop some of the Roblox merch. And well, click one of these videos. Let's go.